Over the next several videos, we're going to take a look at transforming inside of Photoshop CS5. Now, when we talk about transforming, what do we mean? We mean scaling, we mean rotating, skewing, distorting, basically reshaping the pixels of a given layer or selection. Now, it's important to keep in mind that I actually said layer or selection. A lot of the demonstrations I'll be doing will take place on an entire layer, just because it's simpler for the sake of demonstration. However, you're not limited to that. So, as a real quick thing, not to get too far ahead of myself, I just want to point this out. Right now, I have a layer that only contains this little gradient square that I created. I can hit Control T, and it's something we'll talk about a little bit later, and I can resize this as an entire layer. I'm going to hit Escape to get out of that. I can also make any random selection that I like, which I'll do with the lasso tool in this case. I can hit Control T again, and now you'll see that I'm actually manipulating the pixels that were within that selection. So that's important for you to keep in mind, is that you can do everything that I'm showing you to either a selection or to an entire layer. Again, though, I'm going to be working primarily just from layers, just so that you don't. Now, what are we going to be covering over these videos? Well, most of everything that we're going to talk about is located underneath the Edit menu. We're going to start off with the Transform submenu and cover everything within this submenu. We'll talk about Free Transform, Puppet Warp, and Content Aware Scale. Now, I'm going to break this up into individual videos. So some of these videos will be extremely short. Keep that in mind, but it will keep things nice and tidy if you need to search through for specific data later on. We're going to start off just by talking about what's going on with your options bar, because most of these transform operations contain the exact same options up in the options bar. So this is kind of where we're going to begin. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the various forms of transformation available in Photoshop CS5. Thanks.